Hello everybody, welcome into my YouTube channel. Today I have a special look at an R36T Retro TV Gaming Handheld, recently sent to me by AISLPC. The company reached out to me, asked if I wanted to showcase it on my YouTube channel. I said sure. They sent it to me within a few days. I've had a few days to fool around with it to familiarize myself with its features and all that. And I give them a lot of credit for trying to make their handheld look a little bit different. A lot of them out there now have the flat screen and the same D-pad and buttons, and there's a lot to choose from. So they kind of made theirs look like an old CRT retro television. It has a round D-pad instead of the normal that's is out there now. And it has an RGB lit joystick controller at the bottom. So let me bring the camera in closer. We'll look at the box, turn it on, check out what games it has. Quite a few, over 18,000 I think it was. And I'll give my opinion on it. Here we have the box closer to look at its style and what it looks like. Your gaming world wherever you go. R36T Retro TV. Here's some of the features of it on the back. The operating system as the Emulators. Processor is the RK3326 quad-core programming chip. System memory, 1 gig plus 8 gig. All the emulators. Plus there's a few more on the inside instruction booklet it showed. Display is a 3.5 inch 640 by 480 IPS full HD screen. Battery 3000 mAh. Power supply 5 volt. Does support Wi-Fi. And the RGB ambient lighting is adjustable. Numerous colors you can change it to. I'll show you that when I turn it on. And you can use a wireless controller for online multiplayer on the same Wi-Fi network, that is. So let's open the box up. Comes with this nice case. Kind of a hard case, which is a nice feature. And here we have the instruction booklet and the Type-C charging cable. And they sent me the classic gray unit here. And here it is a little bit closer. There you have the round D-pad and the buttons here, which feel nice. The round D-pad feels nice too. Then you got the start and select, and here's your joystick down here. When I turn it on, it'll have a color ring down there. And on the back, it's got these nice hand grips, if you want to call them that. This is the first handheld I've had with those. Usually it's just flat back there. So that is a nice feature with the 4 buttons here. These are kind of clicky, but. And over here we have the power, right here, reset. And this is where your card is. 64 gigabyte memory card. And over here is the volume up and down. Here's your speaker. And on top, you have an earphone jack and a DC charging and no TG outlet. Let's take a look at the operating manual real fast. And if you want to read anything, you can just pause the video, give you some up-close look at this. Tells you what all the buttons are for, and here's some more specifications here. Power on off, charging instructions, some shortcut keys, save game, NDS button, how to unlock child mode. And then on the other side, we have all these. So let me get my fingers out of the way if you want to read any of them. I'll just go through it real fast. If you want to stop the video to read any of it. So there's the instruction manual. And let's turn this baby on and check it out. There's that unique look it has. Kind of a retro TV style look. And the frame here around here, looking like an old CRT television. There's a retro TV logo, that's kind of cool. And there's the RGB lighting. Now it's loading everything up. Now here's the opening screen that I have it loaded onto to open the games. Is all games. And then you have your favorites. And then these are all the games it has. There's 27 games in the Amstrad CPC. MAME has 1708. Atari 2600 has 31 games. Capcom 1, 32. Capcom 2, 37. Capcom 3, 4 games. And the PC Engine has 359 games. And let me see if I can get that. Nintendo Family Computer, 1,634 games. And the NES, classic NES games, 498. Nintendo Game Boy, 3,670. Super Famicom, 3,970. Super Nintendo, 1,331. Nintendo 64, 181 games. Game Boy Color, 2,097. Game Boy Advance, 1,080. Nintendo DS, 28 games. Sega SG-1000, 68 games. Sega Game Gear, 261. Mega Drive, 1218. Mega Drive 32X, 21 games. And the Sega Dreamcast, 5 games only. Neo Geo, 187. Neo Geo Pocket, 46. PlayStation 1, 23 games. PlayStation Portable, 27 games. And then all games in total is 18,534. There you got it. It's nice handling. The grips in the back are good. I have big hands, so those help a lot. So let's go into the settings by pressing the start button. And let's see if I can get this looking better. Okay, there we have the Emulect settings here. And you press the A button to go in there more. And the LED mode is where you would go into, and you can change the color of this ring down here. So if you go in there, you have all these colors, green, green, blue, all these colors to change it from. So let's just go to this one here, hit that, go back, and that's just, let's change it to another color here. Red. I like the scrolling, so I just keep it on the scrolling. And then it just scrolls through the colors. If you can get it, if I can get a better look at it. See it scrolling there? I should have the light off. It would look better. Anyways, that's that. That's the Emulect. Then you have the battery test. Show FPS. A lot of these settings I have kept the way it came. There's only a couple of them I've changed. Let's see. Always show boot, randomize boot, control, retro ouch menu, external mount, options, danger zone. Then we'll go back. Then we go into the game settings. I'll just go through these real fast so you can see everything that you have to offer in this handheld. Lots of settings in here. Let's go back, user interface settings. And there you have the theme set, which I have to set to Retro TV. I will change that at the end here to show you what the Epic Cody looks like. Then the theme configuration, you can change all that. There's all the settings there. Let's see, is it an interface still? Show battery status. I have the icon and text. You can just have the icon or text. Just go through these slow so you can see what's there. And here's the controller settings. If you want to go into there and use your controller. Sound settings. Let's see if I can get that looking better. System volume, music volume. Okay, and then we have network settings. That's if you want to hook up your Wi-Fi to it. Game control, game collection settings, I'm sorry. And these are all the systems. There's 25 selected. If you go in there, you don't have to have them all shown if you don't want to. You just uncheck it. And you can create new editable collection. Now we can go into system settings. Got the American New York time zone, your language setting, power saving mode, screen reader, user interface mode, your brightness, front end developer options. And let's see, what do we got? After sales online support is available at their website. If you go in here and you can see what you have in here to choose from if you have any problems. And then you have quit. So there you go. That's all the settings. I do like the way this looks. I like the screen, how it's bubbled out a little bit. Reminds me of the old retro CRT TVs. I grew up in the 60s and 70s, so I had these big console TVs that sat on the floor that it reminded me of. Pretty neat looking. Looks a little bit different than all the others out there, so I give them credit for trying to change things up. Now we'll look at some of the games. All right, let's take a look at some of the games they have to offer here. Some of the 18,000 games here. So we'll start with, I don't know too much about that, but we'll go into, let's go into MAME here. Try this Arabian game. Try to get some, so there's not much reflection on the screen. I tried turning off the lights, but I thought it was too dark. It's been a while since I played Arabian. See how well I do? D-pad doesn't feel too bad. There we go. Now, I'm not going to play a lot of these games. I'm just going to go through quite a few of them just to show you. I don't want to spend too much time on any of them really. So there's page 2. So let's go on to the next game. So in order to get back to the main screen, you hold select and you press start twice. So let's go to Atari 2600. Let's go to the original, original Asteroids. The colored Asteroids. I remember when I first got this for the Atari, I played it forever. I'll just clear one screen here. You gonna get me? There we go. That's Asteroids, 2600. I'm not going to go through every games list either because I'll be here forever. Did I go to Capcom here? No. There's Capcom 2. Capcom 3. There's only 4 of them there. PC Engine, Family Computer, original NES, Ninja Gaiden, the first Ninja Gaiden. Just want to give you a small representation of all the games and how they play on here. Looks pretty good. Right now there's a lot of glare on the screen because I got the lights right above me. But if you didn't have the lights right above you, there wouldn't be as much glare. All right, let's start this here. You should be able to get through the first act without any problems. Oh, I meant to jump over the dog. Yep. For some reason I was stuck there. There we go. Almost there to the end here. Here's the boss. Easy enough. All right, let's go on to the next console here we have. Game Boy, Castlevania The Adventure. Game Boy games look pretty good on here. All of them do so far. Trying to give you a different angle of the screen. It's pretty much readable at every angle. I'll just play this for a short time. always have trouble with these eyeballs. Yeah, I always get hit by them. Where's the next one? Always get hit by them. Whoop. More eyeballs. Yeah. All right. Enough of that game. Let's move on to the next one. Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. Let's see what Booger Man looks like. And you can use the joystick down here on some of the games as well. I'm still used to D-pad though. Booger Man's a great game. I don't want to go through all this. Let's get into the game here. Let's see. I think you can use either. You can use the D-pad or that. Whoop! Didn't see the snail hidden in there. Come on. Can I get up there? There we go. Rad. Don't know what's over here. Booger! How do I go down the toilet? It's not going down. Now, let's go on to the next game. Don't want to bore you with too long of games here. I just want to show you a representative of what's there. Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Mario Kart 64. Let's give that a try. Push start button. One-player game. 50cc. Okay.
Select your player. Let's go.
Mario, of course. Okay.
Select map.
Mushroom crop. We'll just do whatever comes first here. Go. No. Oh, better to use the joystick on this one. This one's a little bit too easy. Well, nobody's in front of me, so I don't have to worry about using anything. Seems to run really well for an N64 game on one of these. Now some games, you know, might be a little bit different. This one's running pretty good. So it looks like I'm going to be able to finish in first place, so I'm not going to play the whole game. Just give you a representative here. Runs pretty good. Responds well. They're getting closer, but I can probably stay in first and win. Oh, somebody laid a banana. Another banana, another banana. Oh. Letting them get too close. No banana. All right, I'm gonna be able to win, so I'm just gonna go on to the next game. Don't want to spend too long on these games. Don't want the video to be extra long. So let's go on to Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Sega, Mega Drive, 32X, Dreamcast, Neo Geo, Neo Pocket, PlayStation, Symphony of the Night. Let's see how this loads. Journey back to 1792. Let's move on here. Get to the game here. Now can you use either? You can either use the D-pad or the joystick. Seems to respond really well. Graphics look nice. Uh-oh.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul.
How long is this been going
Mankind
for?
ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
I'll just play this for a little bit. It's been a long time since I played this. I got him in the head, that's what I gotta do. All right. I don't want to spend too much longer on these games. PlayStation Portable. Let's see what's in here. Metal Slug. Let's try Metal Slug. I'm going to do it for about the games. This game saves data automatically at certain points.
Metal Slug. Double X.
Double X. Always loved Metal Slug games.
Mission 1. Start. Heavy machine gun.
Blown up. That's Metal Slug for you. That's pretty good. Oh, I did want to go back and show you one thing I forgot to tell you about in the settings. Let's go back to here, and it's to go to, I have it set on user interface Retro TV, which is this look here for the games and everything like that. So let's go into user interface and go up to Epic Cody and show you how that changes the interface. So now you get to see all the games like this. And it kind of has music for most of them, which is a nice change. I kind of like this, but I kind of like the retro look also. It's kind of loud. But if you like this better than the retro TV look, you can always keep it in the Kodi. I'll go through them all just to show you. It's nice to have a choice. Pretty nice. I like how it has the music on each one. Neat. Neo Geo, Pocket, PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot, Sony PlayStation Portable. And then here we go with the all games. So that's that. All right, I'll close out here, give you my final thoughts. Final thoughts on the R36T Retro TV Gaming Handheld. I think it's a great choice for any age out there. You know, it comes in great colors. I like the classic gray here. Has over 18,000 games. Can't complain about that. Great battery life of up to 6 to 8 hours, depending on how you play it. You know, can't complain about that either. That's quite a long time for a little handheld like this. I just like the style with the old CRT looking style screen and everything like that, and buttons. Controls are great. I didn't have any problems with it. You know, I appreciate AISLPC for sending me this to review on my YouTube channel. I will put their company link and their Amazon link in the description below. You know, appreciate y'all watching. Give the video a like. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.